Hi guys, before I was so rudely interrupted by my stupid phone, I was doing Jeff's contest, and the next guitarist I was going to mention for honorable mention, the two guys from Styx, Tommy Shaw and J.Y. Young. Tommy's in the back and there's J.Y. Both really solid players with good style and feel, strong players, and both can sing lead with anybody. One great thing about Styx is they always had strong vocals because everybody all the guys who sang, did all the backups were all lead singers, so the backups were always strong. There's that. Another one, one I don't have a lot of and kind of got into later on was Rory Gallagher. Kind of in the Clapton mold, but a little more diverse. I really do like his vocal style. He's a fairly strong vocalist, and I really like his playing. So it's another one that I'm getting to learn more about as time's gone on. This is one that's been with me for years and years, and a lot of people don't know. His name is Les Dudek. As a teen, he actually played with the Allman Brothers and performed on a few of their albums. Then he put out the solo album in '76. In that vein of the Allman Brothers style of guitar playing, but with a little more speed and technique, a little more jazz into it, style-wise. But also a really good singer. Kind of halfway in between Greg Allman and I can't remember his name, Dickie Betts. But more soulful than Dickie, obviously. Now I'll get on to my favorites. I guess I'm going to do top 6 because I got actually 6 of them here. Now I know a lot of people probably put Hendrix on their list, and I would normally, but the main reason I didn't is because vocally, to me, Hendrix wasn't that good. Never really had a strong voice. He did a lot of drifting in his singing. I appreciated it for what it was. It never bothered me, but it was always the songs and his playing that drew me more. So in that same vein, a disciple of his that actually I believe has a stronger voice than he does, and kind of took Hendrix where Hendrix was and over the edge, adding technique and speed that Hendrix didn't quite get to get to because of his short life. Mahogany Rush's Frank Marino. Another guy earlier in my life. I've had albums by him since like '77, all the way up till now. I always, especially as time went on, his voice did get stronger. He did kind of sound like Hendrix, but I think as time went on, he really got better control of his voice, where he wasn't drifting so much and talk singing. He kind of started that way when he was younger, but as time went on, his voice got a lot more solid and stronger, and he would hit those notes straight on, just like a singer would do, and his playing, killer. One of my early favorite guitar players, and who died a long time ago, from Chicago, Terry Kath. One of the best soulful rock singers that there is. Great songwriter, and Hendrix even said to him or somebody else years ago that Kath blew Hendrix away, and Hendrix himself felt that. So that just tells you how great Terry was. Next, from Triumph, Mr. Rick Emmett, killer guitar player, chops out the butt, great songwriter, and for that upper range rock voice, killer. The next one, this is from the early version of him from Yesterday and Today, Y&T's guitar player, Mr. Metachetti. Another killer guitar player, chops out the butt, and especially as time went on. At the beginning, his voice was a little wavery, but as he did it more and more and got stronger, great killer guitar, guttural strong, soulful vocals, and those are my favorite kind. So he had both things down. Next, Mr. Rick Derringer. Another early one for me. I mean, my cousins had this 45 of Rock and Roll Hoochie Coo when I was little, like 5 or 6. So I've been aware of him for forever. Great singer, great songwriter. Chops, especially as the years went on, he picked up so many really killer riffs. Also, you know, like a lot of these guys, you could tell it was him. And that's what I did more than anything else. I don't care how many notes you can play or how many riffs you know. If you knew it was them, then it was worth more than anything. Because to me, with singing too, it's the same thing. I would rather be a really good singer that sounded just like me, than be the best singer in the world and sound like somebody else. So, the last one I'm going to mention, another one in that vein that also drifted in the 80s and had monster chops, played metal, rock, blues, and jazz, progressive fusion, all kinds of stuff. Also not with us anymore, Gary Moore. Really strong singer, had some range, so he could do his stuff without help, and he did have guest singers sing on his stuff too. But killer player, and aware of him for forever too. My brother had the first Skid Row album that he appeared on when he was 15 or 16. So ever since the late 70s, I've known who Gary Moore was, so I've had him around forever. So those last 5 or 6 are my tops, and Eric, once again, good idea for a contest. Nobody's really done musician ones. It's always pretty much been about records. So it's cool to throw that in there too, because obviously that's part of it. So congrats again, Eric, and I hope I did okay. And this video is going to be in 2 parts. Take care, guys.